Hey there, Detroit sports fanatics. I'm Taylor Phillips, and welcome to Taylor's Detroit Sports on Spreaker. You can also find this and all other episodes of Taylor's Detroit Sports on iHeartRadio. Straight and full Detroit and Michigan sports coverage 100% of the time. If you have any opinions on everything that's going on in the Detroit sports world, call in or send a text message live on the show at 231-429-3668. Also, you can add me on Facebook as Taylor Phillips, online at facebook.com/TaylorGatorPhillips14. Like my Facebook page, Taylor Phillips' Detroit Sports page. Join my Facebook group, Taylor Phillips' Detroit Sports Group. And follow me on Twitter at DT2Phillips with 2 L's.
And this is episode 126, live and recording for archive. Got some Red Wings, Michigan Wolverines basketball to talk about, the Detroit Lions, most of all after that, and finally the Pistons, winning 5 straight. First off, the Red Wings, still my favorite part of the podcast. I'll get to the Lions later in the episode. The Red Wings lost 4-1. They were down 2-0, then Tomas Tatar got the Wings on the board with Jimmy Howard pulled with over 3 minutes to go. Then they pulled Jimmy Howard again with under 2 minutes to go. And then Mike Babcock called a timeout, and they called a play. And then there were 6 against 5 with the empty net, and they were in the attacking zone. And Kronwall tried to pass to Johan Franzen, but Franzen was actually standing in the neutral zone. Whoops. That was very lame of Johan Franzen to just stand there in the neutral zone. I don't know what in the world he was doing, but they were on the attack, down by 1 goal with under 2 minutes to go, and their goalie pulled. This is a type of situation where all your forecheckers have to attack inside the offensive zone. I mean, it's not too. I mean, normally it would not have been a good idea for Mike Babcock to put Johan Franzen out there as the extra attacker, but then again, Franzen's a bonehead, and Mike Babcock should have put somebody else on there. I don't know who the other 4 were. I'm pretty sure Kronwall was on the ice. Maybe Gustav Nyquist was already on there, Henrik Zetterberg, Pavel Datsyuk, and another defenseman. Oh, I can't even name it. I'm pretty sure he's on the team too, but Franzen, you gotta stay in the offensive zone. That's just the point. And the result of that was a Canucks empty net goal by Henrik Sedin, who netted his 200th NHL goal, and then he added another one on an empty net for career goal number 201. Canucks win 4-1. The Wings head to Edmonton Tuesday at 9:30 on Fox Sports Detroit Plus, taking on the last place Oilers. I expect them to play better than that, play more fundamentally than that. Moving on to the Michigan Wolverines. They blew a first half lead 33-25 and lost 64-51. They were out rebounded 44-22. They let Purdue go on an 18-2 run to cap off the victory. At Mackey Arena. U of M shot 11 of 25, 44% in the first half, and 6 of 11, 54.5% from three-point range, while the Boilermakers shot 10 of 24, 41.7% overall, and 1 of 8, 12.5% from three-point range. Spike Albrecht led the Wolverines with 17 points in scoring, while A.J. Hammonds led the Boyle crew with 17 of his own. Wolverines also played Tuesday, except at 7 o'clock at Bryce Jordan Center against the Penn State Nittany Lions on BTN. Excuse my quickness, I just want to catch up here. Now let me get to the Lions here. They had a 14-0 lead, both on 2 touchdowns in the first quarter from Golden Tate III and Reggie Bush. And they led 17-7 at halftime. Then they let the Cowboys. They let the Cowboys win 24-20. The Lions did, not the referees. Yeah, everybody. Even articles are whining and crying about this. National articles are whining and crying about this non-pass interference call.
Crybaby! How long are you going to keep whining like a child? You're just a crybaby, a coward!
Most importantly, a lot of Lions fans saying the referees handed it to the Cowboys.
Crybaby! How long are you going to keep whining like a child? You're just a crybaby, a coward!
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Grow up, people. All you people being hostile on the Fox Sports Detroit Girls page about this loss, calling each other retards and stuff, that's gotta go. Stop. Clean it up, please. Someone called me ignorant, huh? Well, nice try.
That's not what I want to hear. What's your problem there, pal? Can't a guy get a bit of sleep? Don't bug me.
Well, my point is about that picked up flag. none of that crap would have happened. Hang on a minute, listen to me. Just listen to me and bear with me. None of that crap would have happened if the Lions would have just taken the easy yard on 3rd and 1 with over 8 minutes to go. And with over 8 minutes to go, and they would have just run out the clock and take it in for an easier score instead of Matthew Stafford with about 2 to 3 minutes to go in the game, up 10. Instead of Matthew Stafford going for the home run ball with Brandon Pettigrew, who has been a bust to this team. He's the one that needs to leave, not Ndamukong Suh. By the way, Ndamukong Suh is crying as if he's confused whether to leave Detroit or not. Possibilities are he is leaving, but as much as it hurts me too, but Ndamukong Suh, as we all know, wants the money. It hurts me to say this too. Tom McCann from the Detroit Daily Sports Report commented, "The Cowboys adjusted today. That was the difference in the game. The Lions came out on fire, and the Cowboys adjusted. The Lions never quite got their swagger back. Good call on the crybabies. Thank you. They need to calm down and have some respect." Yes, exactly.
Crybaby! How long are you going to keep whining like a child? You're just a crybaby, a coward!
All the crybabies and homers and hostile people calling each other retards. Man, they just gotta clean it up. Go back to college and take a gentleman's class. That's all I ask of you. You're bigger adults than this. It's just a game. Referees make mistakes. I admit that. That was a bad call. I admit that too. It was costly. But you know something? None of it would have happened if the Lions would have just taken the 1 yard and milked the clock and taken it in for an easier score instead of going for the dumb home run ball to a bust wide receiver. Pettigrew, bye-bye. Get thee gone, wastrel. You suck, you jackass. Stafford threw only one interception today, which was tipped. It was not bad luck, Detroit Sports Podcast. Thanks for unfollowing me. I don't need any of your crap either. Talk about bad luck, huh?
Crybaby! How long are you going to keep whining like a child? You're just a crybaby, a coward!
Shove that where the sun doesn't shine. Morons. So, with that said, the Lions season's over. We could just forget the whole damn thing and just move on. The Lions need to adjust their offensive line and retool it. There's got to be some way to help and make Matthew Stafford get even better. and make him more of an elite quarterback instead of just the above average quarterback that he always was, which was never good enough. Above average quarterbacks are never good enough to win playoff games, especially on the road. You have to be, Matthew Stafford, you have to be an elite quarterback to win games offensively. I think Calvin Johnson had a good game. Golden Tate as well. Reggie Bush. Joyke Bell, although he didn't get any scores, his game was good. Also, too many missed tackles, one of them by DeAndre Levy, and the Lions were not covering Jason Witten. They let him catch the ball too many times, and the Lions defense, after making a goal line stand on 3rd and goal for the Cowboys, making it 20-14 on 4th down, gave up on 4th and goal. There's no excuse for that. Oh, they were tired.
You here? What's your problem there, pal? Can't a guy get a bit of sleep? Don't bug me!
Yeah, stick that back in your throat. Cowboys will take on Green Bay next week. Packers at Lambeau Field. Cowboys are 8-0 on the road. Packers are 8-0 at home. That should be a good one. I'll still watch the NFL playoffs regardless. And finally, the Pistons win 5 in a row. They beat the Sacramento Kings 114-95. I think the Pistons held the Kings in check, but let them hang around. They let them hang around constantly, and they kept them behind constantly. Yet they scored 114 points and they won. Their defense, however, could have been at least a little better. Although they only gave up under 100 points, 95 to be exact. Well, let me tell you this. In general, the Pistons are red hot. I'm also glad to see Anthony Tolliver get more productive work in on the court. Let me check the stats here. Let's see. Going to the Pistons mobile app on my phone, on my smartphone. First and third quarters were even. Pistons outscored the Kings in the second quarter 31-24, and they outscored the Kings again in the fourth quarter 30-17. Let's see who got double-doubles here. Andre Drummond, as usual, got a double-double, 15 points and 10 rebounds. 10 of them defensively, 2 blocks. Brandon Jennings led the Pistons in scoring with 35 points. A whopping 35 points. 7 assists. Andre Drummond Oh, yeah, I mentioned him already. Greg Monroe had 15. Was 2 for 4 at the charity stripe. He also got a double-double, 11 rebounds. Kyle Singler only got 3 points. All on a 3. He was 1 for 3 at the line. 1 for 7 overall. Anthony Tolliver finished with 6 points. That's what I was looking for. Came up with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. 2 PFs. Jody Meeks with 13 points. They're 5-0 since they waived Josh Smith. Everybody can say that. And just bask in the glory for right now. Let's see. The Pistons, lame advertisement. Go on the road for 2 games in Dallas. They take on the defending NBA champion San Antonio Spurs at 8:30 on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday at 8:30, they play in Dallas against Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks. Those 2 games should be very interesting the way the Pistons have played. The Spurs are still good, although they've lost a few at home, at their home at AT&T Center. The Mavericks, fourth place in the Western Conference, 24-10. Second place, a half game behind the Memphis Grizzlies in the Southwest Division. Okay, that's all I can find there. Spurs. The Spurs are 21-14 in 4th place in the Southwest and 7th in the Western Conference. That's surprising. The Spurs are an elite team, a very elite team. I think they lost at least a little bit of their magic this season. Hopefully the Pistons take advantage of that and get their 6th win in a row. I think the Pistons will have a tougher task in Dallas, a bit of a tougher task against the Mavericks than in San Antonio against the defending champion Spurs. So that does it for Taylor's Detroit Sports episode 126. I hope all you Lion fans learned lessons for the rest of the off season, and I hope you all man up. For goodness sakes, is all I ask. Again, Matthew Stafford, milk the clock, please. Don't go for the home run ball when you're up 3. With over 8 minutes to go. Just run the clock and get simple first downs. And hopefully the Wings will have a much better game against Edmonton at Rexall Place. The Wolverines need to get their act together. Michigan State Spartans have been having time off, but they'll play tomorrow. Check the scoremobile.com, the Score mobile app. They play tomorrow at home against the Indiana Hoosiers at 7. That will be on BTN at BTN.com and BTN and the BTN to Go app. So that wraps up episode 20. That wraps up That wraps up episode 126 of Taylor's Detroit Sports on Spreaker and iHeartRadio. I will talk to you a bit later tonight at 11, and then back here on Spreaker sometime soon this week. TTFN, ta-ta for now.